me too much credit. What have you done? What's black and blue and dead all over? You. If you think you can stop what's coming. What have you done? What have you done?
The movie's fine. Yeah, it's not really that bad. This is like the second time I'm talking about an Illumination movie, and in both times I'm actually giving it a pass. Like I said before, it's Illumination. It's harmless, it's not really that good, it's not really that bad, it's just... I think the reason why my standards are so low with their movies is because I know they're going to give me something in the bare minimum. They know their demographic, they know what makes them tick, and they know what makes them money, which they did. Brothers, they beat Disney in the box office. Fucking Disney! Not to mention the TikTok trend where people actually went to watch the Minion movie for the sake of the meme, which I'll be honest, I may be guilty of also participating in, but hey, that's neither here or there. So with that said, the movie's fine. Sure, there are some setups that essentially have no payoff, a bunch of missed opportunities, and a lot of stuff happened that are pretty much pointless, but overall, it doesn't really ruin the movie for me. They had a product, they delivered, and it's passable, sadly. But what exactly are these setups, missed opportunities, and pointless scenes that I'm talking about? Well, that's what we're here for today. Let's sit back, relax, and grab a banana and take a look at Minions: The Rise of Gru. Get it? Cause it's a Minion movie. They transformed their logo into the word Minion to further signify that they made the Minions. Kill me! The year is 1976, and the movie starts off by introducing us to the main villains, the Vicious Six. Now, a lot of things happen in the first 5 to 6 minutes into the movie. They essentially use it to set up a plot device that the characters will eventually chase after in the majority of the movie, but right off the bat, I do have a few problems here and there. Like, one, we're actually introduced to each member of the Vicious Six. I'm saying introduced very lightly. Who are these people? What's their story? Who gives a shit? They don't matter one bit. Yeah, I'm saying this now, but besides Wild Knuckles, he's the old guy, the rest of the members really don't matter up until the final fight at the end of the movie, which is quite the concern when Wild Knuckles gets kicked out in the first 5 minutes. So basically, the only interesting and entertaining person in the group isn't even in the group. But anyways, back to the movie, we see Wild Knuckles successfully stealing an item called the Zodiac Stone.
Crying out loud!
I have no idea why he went all alone, by the way. They clearly established that he's in a group that can easily overpower these robot minions, but hey, you know what? You do you, I guess.
I got a bunch of deadly tchotchkes on my tail.
Roger that on the cot. Step on it, sister.
Get it? Cause she's a nun! Kill me now. Turns out, though, shockingly, a group of untrustworthy people can't be trusted as they betray Wild Knuckles and steal the Zodiac Stone right under his nose and leave him for dead.
Scar! Brother, help me!
Long live the king.
Meanwhile, back in the city, we finally get to meet our main characters, the minions from the last movie. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob, and Gru. Yep, following the ending from the last movie, our fellow Yellow Headaches finally found their new boss. And it comes in the form of a little kid named Gru.
Cheese right! Cheese right! Cheese right!
So they established that Gru's going to an audition for a spot in the Vicious Six that Wild Knuckles used to be in. They also throw in this line where the group is going to unleash the power of the Zodiac Stone during Chinese New Year, so keep that in mind. Because shocker! Wild Knuckles is alive and well. And back in the city too. God damn! How the fuck did you make it back to the city? You were all alone back there. We also get introduced to a new character in the franchise, Otto. He is, get this, a minion who is so annoying that he actually annoys the other minions. Oh, motherfucker. Where is he in the other movies? And why are we only getting to know him now? Who fucking cares? We have another minion we can make merchandise out of.
Toys, 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 toys.
But before you go hitting on me, let me just say this one thing. I actually don't find ᵒᵒ that annoying. In fact, give props to Illumination here. They kind of found a way to properly utilize the minions in this movie. For the most part. Unless you're really invested in the Zodiac storyline, which I highly doubt you are, ᵒᵒ isn't really much of a bother as the movie sets him up to be. The main reason why the other minions dislike him is because he talks too much. The minions hating another minion for talking too much. At this point, after watching all those movies, you just grow numb to their gibberish. So ᵒᵒ being an idiot doesn't really stand out as much. Even his design is pretty generic. He's just a bigger, rounder minion with braces. Oh, you speak gibberish, rely on slapstick comedy, and is utterly clumsy beyond relief? So you're basically like every other minion then. On to the next day, and Gru is off to meet with the Vicious Six.
I would say you got rocks in your head. But now that I'm 11 3/4, it makes a lot more sense.
11 3/4? Wait a minute. Back in the previous movie, you met the minions in 1968. This movie takes place in 1976. If you're 11 now, mathematically, that would mean you were canonically 3 years old in this scene. Huh, that's a pretty old-looking toddler there, huh, guys? Kind of a major detail to miss there, huh, Illumination? Well, anyways, Gru gets rejected for being too young, so out of spite, this happens.
He took the stone!
I'll get him!
Oh no, the Zodiac Stone! Someone stop him before he... What does the stone do exactly?
Who the heck is that? A kid?
Yeah, a kid in a music store. Never heard such a thing. Oh, poor helpless Gru trying to outrun a gang of supervillains in a bike. Oh, the horror. Oh, the stress. Oh, if only he had a vehicle that could transform into something like a jet plane. You know? Like the one he had in the first movie? Well, anyways, they would actually end up shaking off the Vicious Six. But ᵒᵒ, like an idiot, would carelessly trade the Zodiac Stone for an actual stone.
Did you just trade my future for a pet rock? See? Oh, okay. ᵒᵒ, where was this birthday party?
Alright, here's another gripe I have with this movie. Gru is too nice here. What do I mean by that? Well, it makes sense for older Gru to soften up a bit. That was pretty much the whole point of the first Despicable Me movie, especially with the girls. But this is an 11-year-old Gru we're talking about here. There's no reason for him to be as soft as he is. If anything, he has to be more diabolical than ever. Have you met 11-year-old kids? They're the pure beacon of chaos. They're Satan in a little man's body. So seeing him being friendly and goody-goody doesn't really make sense. There are multiple scenes where he's just being too nice to someone. So when ᵒᵒ traded in the Zodiac Stone, in which he nearly got killed for, by the way, for a pet rock, firing them and walking out isn't really despicable of him if you ask me. Help! It's Universal trying to kidnap me! They want to make a spin-off! So Gru would get kidnapped by Wild Knuckles, and after finding out that he doesn't have the stone either, he demands the minions to find it and deliver it to him in San Francisco, or as the minions call it,
San Francisco.
that's pretty cute, not gonna lie, in order to save their boss. So the minions technically split up here. The three main guys, Kevin, Stuart, and Bob, instead of finding the stone, choose to travel to San Francisco instead and break Gru out. Meanwhile, ᵒᵒ gets his own storyline where he chases down a motorcyclist wearing the stone. And so, hijinks ensue.
Where you jetting off to?
Les Paris à San Francisco.
It's your lucky day, kid. I'm headed up the coast. I could drop you off on the way.
Oh, what a coincidence! Back to Gru's storyline. After a series of events, Wild Knuckles would end up bonding with Gru and actually agree to mentor him. Does that mean the Zodiac Stone will be the conflict that'll come between their newfound friendship? Nope, it won't. In fact, they pretty much forget about it almost immediately.
Kids. I actually have a son of my own.
Wait a minute, Vector? The fuck is he doing here? Isn't he supposed to be like a decade younger than Gru? Isn't that the whole point of his character in the first Despicable Me movie? If Gru is 11 here, that would mean Vector should 100% still be inside his dad's balls. Or somehow I completely misread the first movie and apparently these two are supposed to be the same fucking age. Back to Kevin, Stewart, and Bob, they're still on their way to San Francisco. And I'm not gonna lie, their storyline is without a doubt the best one out of the three, which isn't really saying much. It's like telling me to pick between wet garbage, poop, and vomit. They're all still pretty bad. Their story is to simply find and save Gru from Wild Knuckles, which means they have to go from point A to point B, which I gotta say, Illumination did a pretty good job keeping it as entertaining as it could be, as far as minion standards could go. We're gonna fucking die! They go as far as nearly murdering a kid, stealing a plane, endangering everyone's lives, learning kung fu. Their plotline is just batshit wall-to-wall chaos that honestly perfectly suits the minions. Oh, and the kung fu thing? Yeah, they devote a lot of time with this plotline, which somewhat goes nowhere. They meet an old guru and she promises to help them train to fight off the bad guys.
Fine. I will teach you.
They don't learn jack shit, by the way. Okay, technically they do learn something. They do find their inner beast later in the movie. But other than that, it's pretty much just a montage of the minions getting their ass handed to them scene by scene. Which in all honesty, was really fun to watch. So meanwhile, back at Gru's home, the Vicious Six find out that Gru is with Wild Knuckles. So off they go to San Francisco as well.
We're going to San Francisco. Let's hit it.
That's right, boys. God is real and is working for the Vicious Six. Kinda ruins your whole hell and heaven motif now, doesn't it? So basically what happens next is that the Vicious Six get to Wild Knuckles' home and completely demolish the thing trying to find him.
They're not here!
Are you sure? He might be down in all that rubble from the house that you collapsed.
Fan out and find them.
Guys, when she said fan out, she means to spread out to cover more ground, not to go in the same direction as the rest of the crew. Thank you. But lucky they did because for mere seconds later, the two casually walk in the completely obliterated building.
Friend, you're now gonna learn from the old school.
Bruh. Guys, the house was like 2 stories high. How did you not notice it gone from a mile away? Distraught from his home base being destroyed, Wild Knuckles finally gives up and lets Gru go. Later on though, Gru, Otto, Kevin, Stewart, and Bob finally get to reunite. But that celebration gets cut short as they're interrupted by the Vicious Six. And here we finally get to see what the Zodiac Stone is truly capable of. Making new minion merch! Oh my god, look at the cute animinions! Cute minion goat, cute minion rabbit, cute minion chicken, even cuter minion chicken! Buy them now in your local Universal Studios theme park for $50 a pop! Okay, turns out the stone actually has the ability to transform people into either giant monsters or teeny tiny little plushies. I don't know how that works, but at this point I just wanna go home. During the middle of the fight, Wild Knuckles would have a change of heart and would try to save Gru. Now, Illumination, I just want to take a moment and point out a missed opportunity here.
Will not let you hurt that kid!
Oh, so you're gonna save the kid. Yeah, you and what army?
The minions! The minions are an army! There's like thousands of them back home! Why are they not here to fight? They know Gru and the rest are in trouble after this scene, right? In fact, what about the robot minions from the start? Are they just gone? Did you really set them up to do nothing? I half expected them to show up to take back the stone. God damn it, Illumination. You could have parodied the battle in Endgame, but instead you gave us this.
Okay, this army!
You're gonna fucking die. They have one big fight and the minions somehow beat the Vicious Six. So they manage to save Gru and take the necklace off the Vicious Six, but all at the cost of Wild Knuckles. Days pass and we get another ending where the minions get to sing. God knows how many times they've done that already. And as one final twist, turns out Wild Knuckles is just fine.
But I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to be the best villain ever because of you.
Kind of a pointless twist to put in there, but okay. Did that minion just come out of the coffin? Was he going to get buried alive if they didn't accidentally drop it just now? Why did they fill the coffin up with bananas when no one knew Wild Knuckles was still alive? And why is the guru there? She didn't know Wild Knuckles. And she barely knew Kevin, Stewart, and Bob. These questions are lingering in my mind, and I now feel less useful to society.
You better stay out of trouble, kid.
Stay out of trouble? He just said he was going to be the best villain ever.
Goodbye, little chap.
Alright, don't cheep too hard there, Buster. You're not in the other movie, so you're canonically dead. I'll just assume Stewart forgot to feed you between this and Despicable Me 1.
Big boss! I like that!
And that was The Minions, The Rise of Gru. It exists, I guess. It's nothing special, it's not groundbreaking, it's not exceptionally funny, but it is self-aware. The majority of the movie goes nowhere, but at the same time, they still serve their purpose, to entertain kids. There are some jokes here and there that do get a chuckle out of me, but other than that, it's simply just another Illumination movie. I really have nothing much to say. The voice acting can be bad sometimes, but other than that, everything is just okay. Could they have done a better job? Absolutely. Did they manage to make it as entertaining as they could? Sure, you could say that. And with that, you can't really fault them. So that's why I'm giving Minions The Rise of Gru a 5 out of 10. Hey guys, it's Beanie here. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, so if you liked it, make sure to click the like button down below. And don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. It's @beaniiebrian. And if you guys aren't aware, I also have a second channel, which I'm still working on, by the way. I want to make sure that it's a bit different from this channel, but also at the same time, stays on brand. So I'm working on that right now. And that's about it. Hope you guys had a great time. Have a great day and a great life, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!